Hey! If you're watching this video, you probably noticed something strange about the latest Dandy's World update. A new character. Squirm. At first glance, just a cute little worm with big eyes. Another Toon added by the developers. But the more I looked at this character, the more I studied the details of his design, the conditions to unlock him, and the timing of his appearance in the game, the more questions I had. And today I want to share with you a theory that might completely change the way you see Dandy's World. Get comfortable. This is going to be a long one. But first, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. We break down Dandy's World lore and secrets deeper than anyone else. Now let's get into it. First, let's remember the context. What is Dandy's World at its core? On the surface, it's a colorful, fun game with adorable characters. But every fan knows, behind that cute exterior hides something dark and deeply unsettling. Characters lose themselves, transforming into their twisted versions. The world is full of mysteries with no answers. Who is Dandy really? Why are the Toons trapped in this world? What actually happens to those who become twisted? These questions have been hanging in the air since the very beginning of the game. And every update adds new pieces to this massive puzzle. Squirm is one of those pieces. And judging by everything we know, a very important one. Now let's break down the facts about the character himself. Squirm is a worm. Simple looking at first, but with a very distinctive design. Big expressive eyes, soft colors, adorable appearance. Standard Dandy's World style. But look closer. Unlike many other Toons, Squirm doesn't have clearly defined limbs. He is literally formless. He can move in any direction, take any shape. This is an important detail, remember it, we'll come back to it later. Now let's talk about unlocking him. To get Squirm, you need 50% research completion on one of the twisted characters, at least 3 titles, and 3,000 iCore. That's significantly more than what most other characters require. The developers clearly made him hard to access on purpose. But why? The obvious answer is that he's just new and rare. But I think the reason goes much deeper. And we'll break that down in just a moment. One more crucial detail: Squirm arrived in the update alongside a new floor. The library. This is not a small thing. The developers released a new character and a new location at the same time. Why specifically Squirm? Why specifically the library? Coincidence? I don't think so. Now we get into the first part of the theory. I call it the witness. Think about this. Where do worms live? Underground. Deep beneath the surface. They exist in darkness, in silence, in the deepest layers of the earth. While everything on the surface changes, wars, disasters, birth and death, worms remain down there. Unchanged. Eternal in their own way. Now bring that idea into Dandy's World. Every Toon we know appeared in this world at some point. They were captured by it, changed by it, some became twisted. They are victims of this world or parts of it. But Squirm is different. He didn't appear in this world. He was here from the very beginning. Beneath every floor, beneath every set piece, beneath all that bright cartoonish surface, Squirm was already there. He saw everything. He watched Dandy appear. He watched these floors get built one by one. He saw the first Toons who got pulled into this world and couldn't escape. He witnessed the first twisted transformations. And all that time he stayed silent. Watching. Waiting. But waiting for what? That's the question. Part 2 of the theory, the library and hidden knowledge. The library is not just a new floor with new mechanics. In any story, in any myth, in any legend, a library is a place of power. A place where knowledge is stored. The most dangerous knowledge. The kind that isn't meant for everyone. Think about it, why did a library appear in Dandy's World? What does it contain? What books are sitting on those shelves? Maybe the history of this world is in there. Maybe the names of everyone who ever became twisted are written in those pages. Or maybe the most important thing of all is hidden there, away out of this world. And that's exactly when Squirm shows up. Right now. At the exact moment the library opened. This is not a coincidence, this is a signal. Squirm felt that the secret was getting closer to the surface. Literally. Worms feel the vibrations of the earth, shifts in the ground, movement all around them. And when something shifted in the foundation of Dandy's world, when the library opened, Squirm felt it. He didn't come to the surface without a reason. He came because the time was right. Time for what, we don't know yet. But his appearance clearly means something for the future lore of this game. Part 3 of the theory, and this is the darkest one. The price of knowledge. Remember the conditions to unlock Squirm? 50% research on a twisted character. 3 titles. 3,000 ichor. Let's break this down from a lore perspective rather than a gameplay one. Ichor is a special currency in Dandy's world. The word ichor in mythology refers to the blood of the gods. The golden fluid that flowed through the veins of the Olympian gods instead of ordinary blood. The developers didn't choose that name by accident. To obtain Squirm, you need the blood of gods. You need to study twisted characters, meaning you need to understand the darkness of this world. You need titles, proof of your experience and knowledge. In other words, Squirm doesn't unlock for beginners. He only unlocks for those who have already gone deep enough into Dandy's world. Only for those who are ready for the truth. This sounds like a trial. Like a test. Before you learn the secret of this creature, you have to prove that you can handle it. And now the final part. Twisted Squirm and the price he paid. Every twisted Toon is a tragedy. These are characters who lost themselves. Their distorted versions are a reflection of what this world does to those who stay in it too long. But Twisted Squirm is different. Regular Toons become twisted because the world breaks them. Because they can't handle what's happening around them. But Squirm, he was here from the very beginning. He saw everything. He knew everything. So why did he become twisted too? Here's my theory. Twisted Squirm is not the result of the world breaking him. It's the result of him learning too much. There are things that destroy you not because they are evil or dangerous, but because the human mind, or in this case the Toon mind, simply cannot contain them whole. The truth about Dandy's world is one of those things. Squirm observed this world from the very beginning. He witnessed something so vast and terrifying that it changed him forever. Twisted Squirm is living proof that the truth about Dandy's world exists. And that it is devastating. That's exactly why Dandy, perhaps, doesn't touch Squirm. Not because he can't. But because Twisted Squirm serves him as a warning to everyone else. Look, this is what happens to those who search for answers too persistently. And finally, the connections to other characters. Poppy has always stood out among the Toons. She searches for a way out. She asks questions. She doesn't accept this world as a given. Squirm and Poppy could be allies, two characters who know more than the others and are moving toward the same goal from different directions. Cosmo is connected to space, to the infinity above. Squirm is connected to the earth, to the infinity below. They are mirror opposites. Sky and ground. The light of stars and the darkness of soil. Perhaps they are two halves of one secret about the true nature of this world. And finally, Dandy. Does he know about Squirm? Most likely yes. Is he afraid of him? That's a more interesting question. Dandy controls this world. But Squirm was here before him. He is the only character that Dandy didn't create and didn't invite. And that might be his only weakness. So here's where we land. Squirm is not just a new character from an update. He is a witness to the birth of Dandy's world. The keeper of its oldest secrets. A being who paid the highest price for his knowledge, losing himself to his twisted form. He didn't appear now by accident. The library opened and he rose. Something is changing in Dandy's world. And Squirm knows exactly what. The only question is, will he tell us? Or will we end up sharing his fate? Drop a comment and let me know what you think. Is Squirm an enemy, an ally, or something in between? And if this theory made you think, a like and subscribe helps the channel make more breakdowns like this one. See you in the next video.